2025
Mm-hmm.
video.
There is
That's the only
something
one that
that's
I saw.
there is something that's not working in MS Project since very first beginning of its launch. And as I told, as late as possible is not being correctly calculated schedules in MS Project. So I made a short video to show
Okay,
the
I've seen it
impact,
now.
the impact that it causes on your schedule if you don't know that it happens. It should have a wrong schedule, wrong dates. If you do not do, if you don't know uh, how MS project behaves. Okay, Mamani, good morning.
Good morning, Marcus. I hope you had a good night's sleep.
Today is, oh my God, I always drop the phone. Came here again. It's upside down. Okay. Today is November 17th. We are going to our seventh meeting. Well, seventh meeting should be written here. And you are going to dive into the surface. Not to dive. We are just going to stay on the surface of resource assignments. To make our activities done, we must have energy and we must have some material. The energy and the material will come together to produce something. And today we are going to see how costs are assigned into our activities. And imagine if you want to work with resource constraints scheduling, even in CPM, critical path methods, you use costs to have a forecast how much my project will cost. And we are talking about new tables that are referring to costs, documents, and we will explore some graphics at the bottom of our schedule, our Gantt diagram. That's here, our seventh meeting. I'd like to call your attention that schedule and cost management is not yet planning. Scheduling cost management is a schedule with some understanding of cost management, but not a complete planning. Do you know the difference between plan and schedule? I think we comment this subject at the first beginning of our meeting. When you talk about costs, of course you understand money. You are applying some money to each activity, and then with all activities uh, assigned by its cost, you will have the deliverable costs and also the project costs. Remember, there are two kinds of works: direct work and indirect work. So we will get direct costs and indirect costs. And as we are uh, um, studying a new information, a new project information, I think we should see an example, just first glance of our theme. Using Joseph's file, I got some activity here. And these activities, if you double click on the head of the line, has, each activity has a really rich, they add information date sets. data additional as we saw earlier, but we have cost components applied to activities. And at this specific line, we will see which kind of costs that will be applied to our activities. When I say each cost, which a specific cost means that in Spider, we do not have just costs. We have components and we have cost centers. Cost components, as its name give us the idea, is part components that compounds the whole cost of the work or the service we have to pay or materials we have to pay in our projects. To understand costs, we must go to main window and remember to check diagrams, activities, resource, costs. The cost item shows us cost components, cost center, and cost component periods. We are not going to see these cost component periods in our actual costs. We are going to see just cost components. Double click, we see the table and cost center. Double click, we see cost center table. Okay, minimizing system, minimizing the projects, and concentrating just on these two tables. Back to PowerPoint slides. Cost component means a name, a code, and the unit rate. Unit rate means you may work with one currency, two currencies, or how many currencies you desire. When you talk about MS Project Primavera, you have just one currency. If you work in dollar or in yams, you will have to work with it during all your activities, materials, resource in all your projects. And the total cost result will be at the same currency you decide to use. But in Spider, you may say that your cost component is unit. What is it? Unit cost. Unit means that you have reference. In Ghana, what is your currency, national currency?
Cedis.
Cedis.
Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedis. And how much a Ghana cedis costs related with dollar?
As of yesterday, it was 10.97. Ghana cedis equals $1.
Then let me see cost components here. Cost components. Cost components. If you use dollar, if you use Ghana, cedis, okay, Ghana. How do you spell cedis?
C-I-C-E. No, E-E-D-I-S.
Ghana
Yes.
cedis. And
Yeah.
if I have, please, I will search another cost components. I'll say dollar. If a dollar means one, how much Ghana cedis would be set here? Part of a dollar
10.97.
or multiply of a dollar?
Multiply with the dollar. 10.97.
10.97.
Yes.
So the Ghana cedis 1 Ghana cedis means $10.97, or is just the
No.
opposite?
$1 is equals to 10.97 Ghana
Okay,
cedis.
$1, 10.97 cedis. Double click. $1. But imagine if I keep a right click on Ghana cedis and say convert my project into Ghana cedis reference currency. Convert to units. So Ghana will be 1 and dollar will be 0.09. Show column properties on the head of column. You may set three decimal digits, 4 decimal digits, 9 decimal digits. So you understand that you can work with a dollar, yen, euro, Ghana cedis, or reals. If you would say that dollar is unit, the dollar means the actual currency. So Ghana cedi will be 10.970. If I insert another cost component, could I say real? Rafael, how much dollars is a real? Or how much reals is $1?
It's 5 Rios to make $1.
Just 5 without a dot in it?
Dot 3.
Okay. Imagine if you are talking about a dollar and you decide to see our projects in dollar, or if you want to see our projects in real, convert to units. And 1 real means $189. 1 real means 2.07 Ghana cedis. Okay, convert into Ghana cedis. 1 Ghana cedis means half real, a tenth of a dollar. Got it? Thumbs up? Okay. We explored just unit cost here. Flowback rate, discount rate is for financial analysis. We're not going to say anything about this in this course. Even a comment, we're not going to have even a comment. And convert to units, you understood. Convert to units, we have done it here. I will keep Ghana's dollar as the units just to make it for the two countries to work together. Okay, that's the first line of data line in cost components. But if you go to cost components in activity, you must pay attention for the way you assign the cost into the activity. You may assign it fixed, by hour, by unit produced, unit volume produced, and even the profile. I'll talk about it soon. I would like just to explore a different way of cost component assignment. You understood the currency. But imagine, I may have 1, 2, 3 cost components. That's the main cost, I mean, the raw cost of something. So it's a component. And it's units, I mean, we are talking about main costs in dollar. There are some deliverable costs. the cost you have to deliverable things to, how would you say freight in English? Well, Joseph, when you have to pay for the transportation?
Street. It's the same.
Freight?
Uh,
Yeah.
when you go
Please.
to the airport and go to the some place,
Freight cost.
No, it's FRIGHT. Mama is
HT.
right.
Freight.
FREIGHT.
DHC. DH.
G. No. FREIG. G for girl. HT. Yeah.
I send in the
Ah,
a
I
message.
saw. Freight. GT. Okay. Freight cost and taxes. You know that tax exists. But main costs, freight costs, and tax costs, they together compounds the whole cost of material or a service or something. And we are keeping it here like dollar. They are different, they compound the cost of our activity or our assignments, but we can detail them here in this cost component table. And when we say cost center, means that we can group, we can classify, and we can sum these costs in different way. Insert cost center, total cost. Total cost center means the sum of all components we have for an activity or for a resource. Double click in line 1, in head of line 1, we will see total cost, a code for this total cost. Apply, okay. Participants. Who will be chosen to compound, to fulfill this total cost center? Okay. Every main cost plus every freight cost and all the taxes, tax costs will be summed together. When we apply each component to our activity or to our resource, it will be summarized in total cost center. If I include another one, calling it total cost without taxes, without taxes, we will apply to the center cost taxes. We will apply just main costs and freight costs. I think you could understand what I mean. You have a cost center, meaning all the costs together, and total cost without taxes, because I want to see my total cost without taxes in an easy way, not showing my different cost components, copying and placing it into Excel in order to have a summarizing graphs or something like that. The idea of cost center and cost component is okay for you? Okay, Joseph, okay, Mamani. I think Rafael's okay also. Okay. To apply costs, we have to define our cost components before applying or assigning, and then we have to understand how these components will be understand in centers, in summarizers, in total cost values. Okay, two tables. Again, double click line one. Remember, just to remind you, it's not a unique cost, but just a reference because you are working with dollar units cost. It belongs to, or it is referenced in cost center total cost without taxes. Main costs, big costs, tax costs. Tax cost, double click, center, cost center, total cost without tax costs would not have total costs without taxes, double click, rent costs and main costs. Okay, these two. So it do not belongs. Total tax costs, double click, does not belongs to total costs without taxes. Includes in total cost center, but not included in total costs without taxes. I think it's maybe obvious for you. Including cost center, no, so would be a mistake. Total cost without taxes won't include tax costs. Okay, once we have our cost components in this way, main cost, which cost, tax costs, I will color these lines with yellow, just to detach for you. These lines are components and these other lines are just references, currency reference. Okay. I said cost component. I said about cost components, cost center, and you have to see these costs in tables and histogram. Just remind you again, schedule and costs is not a planning job. It's just the beginning of your planning job. I will look for activity guides, control. I will show all the schedule here. And we won't place any kind of cost into milestones. Milestones are not to keep cost resource or to keep any other information unless it's time of occurrence. It's time of happening. I will just make a link here. Start and finish. Just to make things simple. This one I will delete. These other ones I will delete. Control, control, control. Control, 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 delete. My God. Control, 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 control. Make things clean. Ooh. I've made something that together again. Marks not defined. Mark 6. Mark 2. Okay, erase mark 2. Calculate. Okay, there I will erase it too. Mark 4. Sorry, Joseph, I'm just cleaning. I should have done it before. Okay. And I will say, I will compare this project with itself. Save as. Gonna. Okay. Save as. Okay. Oh. And property will have its project baseline. Okay. Comparing. Okay. How would how would I apply or assign costs into my activity? First way, I may select my direct work activity, double click, and cost component. I may apply main costs. Okay. Apply. Freight costs, fridge costs, apply. Tax costs, apply. Please note, when I assign these three components, I have to inform main costs, fixed costs, costs by hour, costs by units produced, volume units produced. Which way I will assign costs to this activity? If you are working like Rafael, probably you assign a fixed cost that his contractor gave to him. I will ask $100,000 for this ground floor step. And there will be a freight cost because I have to move some materials to transport some materials to this place. And I have to pay some taxes. Okay, I included three components for ground floor slab. Slab? Yes, slab. As I'm working with a service by a contractor, provided by a contractor, okay, fixed cost, hundreds, thousands. Cubic meters, the unit of volume produced. Tax, 10%. Fix it, 10%. I applied cost components by double click at the head of line and choosing cost components. But instead of using my activity window, I could place here on the columns, show columns, and look for cost components, not cost center, but cost components, not dollar, main cost show. But which main cost I will show? Remaining actual cumulative fixed per hour per volume or the way I distribute it. Okay, I will show just fixed main cost and control fixed tax cost, and then also freight costs with control presses. I mean, I will choose these three components, just fix it, not remaining, just fix it. Show, close, main costs moving, tax costs moving, $100, $100,000, $10,000, and no switch cost here. So instead of using my activity tab cost components to apply each component, I may do it by columns and like Excel. Fill all the information in the respective cell. Okay, Control C and fill with Control V. All my main costs were fixed here. Please, I'm applying fixed costs because I don't mind if it's lasting 2 weeks or 1 week, I will pay for the job. It's a way of applying costs to your schedule. But these two ones are not fixed costs. They ask me for volume, units produced, volume, and units. What units? Units of volume. Units of volume here. So these two lines produce 150 square meters. And I will pay, or it will cost for me by volume produced. Okay, main costs, tax costs, fixed. We may have show columns. We may have costs, main costs, tax costs, reach costs, not fixed, but per hour, no, per volume. How much does it cost per volume? 1 square meter cost me per units, main cost me $100. And there is $2 because some material transportation. And tax, I will imagine 10% from $100, $10. I think you could see the difference between fixed costs and costs by volume producers. Okay, thumbs up if you got the idea. I will make it visible. Don't mind if it's critical or not, but I have these three components and these three components here. Although we are producing the different things, I will have different cost per units produced. Okay, for cost for volume units for you all.
Can you repeat how to make per volume unity?
Yes, when you plan or schedule your work, you
No,
have
I
your
mean, in the spider, I only successful to put fixed, not per volume unity.
okay. The amount of cost for these activity is the sum of main costs and tax costs. I made this column, right click on the top, show columns, choosing cost components, because there are too many fields here. I classifying cost components here. I may choose main costs, tax costs with control, fringe costs, and instead of displaying fixed or per hour, I choose per units, per volume units. Show and close. But imagine some expenses must be paid at the exact moments it happens or during their production or at the end of its production. I mean, you must pay at the first day, 17th, or you must pay at the end of your production. As we are modeling, $100,000 will be distributed in my timeline during the time span of my activity. $100 means some dollars here, some here, some. They will be distributed equally during the time. If you have a graph, you see every day some money will be, represented as costing this activity. But imagine I want to show here profile. Profile means the way you will spend your money, the way you will pay for the work, the way you have to schedule the money to accomplish your commitments. So tax, main costs, read costs, there are different. Okay, just choose tax cost profile. So if I say that my tax costs will be paid, will be paid. I forgot how to say that. I'm going to pay my tax just at the paid. At the end of my activity. At the end of my activity, means that tax costs will be 0.com, 0.com, comma, 0.com, oh, 0.com, 10,000, 0.com, 10,000. This set means we will pay $10,000 as tax cost, but nothing at the beginning, everything at its end. Did you understand what profile means? The way you distribute the money. Okay, let's have help here. I don't want to use graph yet. That's my schedule. And that's the money. Tax costs will happen here. Just at the end of the activity production. But it will be scheduled at the end of the activity. But $100,000 will be scheduled during all the time of activity. Imagine if I have a graph, you will have $10 and $100,000 during all the time. And at the end of the activity, you have to pay the tax. Imagine the profile of your cost distribution. $100,000 during all the time you work, but taxes will be paid just at the end of the work. Is it clear for you, Rafael, now? Okay. So we explored fixed per value, per volume. And that is the work here. Testing and commissioning. It's not paid fixedly. It's paid by hour, okay? Everything is paid by hour. So columns, cost column, main cost per hour, not profile, per hour. Real cost, tax costs, and wage cost by hour. They will ask me for $50 per hour, and the main cost $50,000 per hour. No bridge costs, and tax costs $5 per hour. How many hours do we have here? 2 days and a small part of it, and 2 columns duration. duration hours, duration days, duration hours remaining. Okay. 24 hours. 24 hours means 24 hours multiplied by $50 plus 24 hours plus $5 to have my cost. We use fixed costs to assign cost to our activity according to what we have modeled. We have costs because the volume we produce or we give. We have the way to pay the money for taxes, not for everything. And we have costs by hour. There are different ways to assign costs to our activities and in the future for other resources, because resource must be paid. No? How much really does my activity cost? You will see how much does it cost if you look for cost components, tax costs, main costs, bridge costs, remaining or cumulative. Just let's just use remaining today. Show here. What? But if you have costs here, why am I not seeing?
Because you chose per hour.
No, because I have not calculated it yet. Remaining costs means all the costs I have summarized here, summed here. But I have not calculated anything. Okay, let's calculate it. Calculating, no cost yet, because this button means CPM scheduling. CPM scheduling is time scheduling. We must calculate money, cost, and material calculation. Got it? Thumbs up. Rafael? Okay. But I'm a bit lazy and I would like to calculate cost and material. Okay, again, CPM method option, CPM scheduling, checking this box, calculate cost and material automatically, okay? Calculating time and cost. We got it. According to our cost assignments, 110, 110, 110. Okay, hours. Main costs per hour multiplied by 24, $5 tax by hour per hour, $120. These are the components of my cost. How much my activities really cost? Okay, layout. I will just save this layout as cost components. And I will save another layout. Center cost. Okay, you know each part of costs you have. I'm deleting the columns and also, okay. Oh yeah, I delete the unimportant one. Reach main tax costs remaining. Okay, this is the set. But I may also include cost centers, total costs remaining, and total costs without taxes remaining. Show and close. I will see that all of my activities have a cost, exception of these two here, because I have not assigned any cost. Okay, I'll say $2,000, $20,000, and $30,000 here. No tax. No, you have to have tax here. We are good people. We pay our taxes. Okay. If you look to our center cost, it's still blank. Why is it still blank here? My money.
Because we've not calculated it.
Oh, you are very clever. Okay. Well, I have not scaled it just to calculate cost and material information. Okay. We have main costs, total costs, and costs without tax. I will erase it. These columns just to keep my total costs and total costs without taxes. This seems to be the same here. No, there's a difference here. How much my project costs? $1 million? $107,000. How much each part of my indirect work and direct work. All of them are, it's not structured here. Direct work. Oh, Joseph, double click in your projects. First line, phase. You have indirect work and you made a lot of it, but okay. Regular indirect work and direct work. Where is it? Here. Direct work. Control-C. This one will be under this one. This one will be under direct work. All of them will be under this classification. This totalizing, this summary occurs for every WBS. This direct work I will delete. We have direct work. Direct work means mobilization is under direct work. Direct work, indirect work, calculating everything again. Okay, we have costs for projects and costs for direct work, not indirect work, because we have not assigned costs to these two hammocks and for mobilization. Okay, mobilization is a phase. It's a phase, but without any activity here. So For this example, I will erase mobilization. Okay, calculate everything again. Time, money, and I will include some costs. I will assign some costs to Hammock 1 and 3. The way applying costs to our hammocks, the best way is to apply per hour. They work there, supervise or something like that. They will ask me for $100 an hour for supervising and $50 an hour for $100 for per hour for $5 per hour for hammock 3. Now we have these components. We may go back to our center cost layouts and ask for scheduling again. Now we have indirect works and direct works. They have total costs and total costs without taxes. No components here. Preserving layouts. Here we have total costs, the cost centers, and here the components of these centers. You see, it is very detailed here by paying as the fixed work, by paying as production, units produced, by hours that I spent working for you, and totalizing even the cost components or seeing all the centers. It's okay until up to now for you. How deep I have to go when assigning costs to my projects? I don't know. It's a question of your decision. It's a question of your needs. If you do not need to map so detailed information, like a main cost, district tax costs, federal tax costs, federal tax cost number 1, federal cost, tax cost number 2. You may build a complete accountability here of your activities. It depends on what you need. What depends on what you need. But you may cost it by hour, by production, by payment fixes, and you may see its totals by each cost component. And if you decide to have some summarizing, some group information, total costs and total costs without taxes, you could have here a cost center just for taxes, including tax number 1, 2, 3, 4, federal ones, district ones, just compiled in just one cost center. That's the way you apply costs, assign costs to your activities. You have not set any resource, labor, any equipment, any material, but you got all the costs of your projects together at the same schedule. Rafael, please.
Curiosity, not about schedule, but about develop the project. If I change in the middle of the project the cost of something, it will be only represents the remain or all the schedule?
Okay, understood. If you have our schedule here, like we have now, that means that the remaining part is the same as the cumulative part because we have done nothing. When it starts performing, the past will be shown here, and the past will be called actual parts, actual costs, the cost that was really spent. And the remaining part of the cost will be the future part, the future amount of money you will spend in the future. If you add actual costs, actual center or components, if you add the actual past cost spent with the remaining parts of costs for the future, you will have the cumulative cost, the total, the complete idea, what you have spent and what is projected to the future. Actual plus remaining means the cumulative one. I will show it to you now. Costs, center. Okay. Costs, total costs, remaining, actual, and cumulative together. We are starting our project now. So we have to do everything. We have to spend $1 million in the future. $1,350,000. So until now, we have a cost of $1,350,000. The same, because we have done nothing until now. When we start performing next month, we will see that we have spent $350. It will remain just 1 million to fetch $1,350. Okay? Okay, I will delete it. It's not our intention here. Okay, you saw that we made some layouts to facilitate us, okay? Cost components, we showed all the components and its weight, fixed, volume, profile. Where is profile? Here, profile. Here. The way I will pay. Nothing at the beginning, everything at the end for taxes. In this specific case, because in these other cases, the taxes will be accounted as the activity behaves, is running. Okay, you will have as a homework to show all the costs you intend to model in fixed way or in volume units produced or in hourly spent. There are different ways. And please give me idea of your center, of your cost centers in a table. But imagine you want to see it during time. Indirect work, direct work, and the project is aligned at the top of everything. If you right-click your mouse at the first line, you may ask for reports and diagrams. Repeating, line 1, head of line 1, right-click, property, report and diagrams. A lot of things to choose, but first line, general reports and diagrams. not a table, but a diagram. This is the most common window for diagrams and tables, but these are just the sets here will be to place a diagram on our layout. Parameters, data parameters, which information we want to see. Cost components, or cost center. Cost center, total cost. I don't want to see total cost without taxes. I want to see total cost. Again, head of line 1, properties, reports and diagrams, general reports and diagrams. I will choose not materials, not resource, but cost center, total costs. Okay, I will move it to the right panel. But which total cost I want to see? Everything I spent, everything that will come to pay my expense, my bills. No, I want to see total. Everything that comes in, everything that comes out. In our case, everything that comes out. We are spending money, not earning money. Current or current and baseline, or just current. Okay, we have no cost in our baseline, so current version. Cumulative, I mean, I will see every period accumulating the periods before or every period's contribution, a histogram. I want to see every period's, not the cumulative one. Okay, again, I choose total cost, send it to the right panel. I choose what to see, and I said it's total that comes in and comes out. In my case, in our case here, what is being consumed? Okay, total. My current, not the baseline, but the current one, and not cumulative. Okay, forward. Next, next amount of information. Name. My histogram. Total cost. Total cost means center, okay? Not the components. You may try this adjust here, but I'm just calling your attention for by month. There are lots of months here. I want to see how much I will spend. I will spend by month, not for a period, not for. Don't not pay attention in this adjustments here by now. Okay. Forward. Total costs will be displayed in green. No, I don't like green. I prefer blue. Okay. Total costs greater than 0. Okay. I will spend blue. If I receive, that's not our case. It will be red. Blue, red. Okay. Total costs. The height of my diagram, I will let it 200. You will see why I am placing 200 here. Show values. No, I will just keep as it came, and they'll say, okay. At the bottom of our Gantt diagram, we see the projects. My God, projects. Right click, setting, right click on this area or these settings. projects costs. I just give a title to this graphic, okay? Project cost, total cost, but it's too small. I mean, the height is too short, okay? I settings for 500. Now we have a very tall graphic, all complete projects. Okay. If I decide to short the timeline, okay, where is the numbers? Where is the amount of money? Okay, I can see it's on my scale at the left, but in settings, I may show values with no decimal places in a histogram way. Okay, so each month has the amount of money it will need to be completed. As I told you, it's not a cumulative graph. Okay, settings, 250 in height. I will do the same. Line 1, right click, reporting diagram, general reporting diagram, diagram again. I get the same previous I had, but now I want it cumulative. Okay? That's the same information, but this time cumulative. If I set in show values with no decimal places, they call it S-curve. This is histogram, this is S-curve. You may try setting the bottom graphic, setting not a histogram, but columns. Go. That seems nicer than a histogram. Here, settings, columns. Okay? This is graphics about what we have on the top table. The table let us have the Gantt diagram, and the graphs at the bottom allows us to see the amount of money, resource hours. These are money graphics. Project control, project costs, setting, give us a proper title here. Projects, costs, cumulative or S-curve. It's not a S-curve because it's not a line graph. It's a column graph. It's okay for you all up to now? Rafael, have you had your hand raised?
Sorry.
Money, co-center, but I'll make something different here. Right click, parameters, forwards. Can you read it? Joseph, can you read what I have checked?
Include actual.
No,
and
no,
then
this
include
one here. This one
expand centers.
Okay. Expand. If you have a center with 3 components, if I expand center, I won't see just the center. I will see center and its components, okay? Here, I have the center, total cost, and its components. I will change the colors. Total cost will be dark blue. Main cost will be light blue. And print cost will be green, not pink. And tax costs will be, I think red is a good color for taxes. Here you see the total costs and its parts. 60 plus 66 plus 1, 67. 106 plus 2, 109. Okay, you can see expanding, or you can also make your own graphical reports and diagrams, general reports. Okay, instead for projects, direct, complete projects work, I will make a graph of the costs of direct works. I choose the line number, which number is it? Number 5. Number 5, right click, reports and diagrams. General reports and diagrams. Diagrams. I want to see not cost center, but I want to see removing. I want to see main costs, reach costs, and tax costs on the right, not cumulative. Okay, I want to see it by month. Do not expand anything because it's not a set, it's just cost components. Okay. There are 3 different components here. The quantity, the amount is so different that you cannot even see it here side by side. But instead of seeing in different columns, I could see in a stacked way like Excel does. We, of course, 0, we can't see anything 0, but this small part here is too small to be seen on this stack column, but you would have blue, light blue, this green, light green color, and this dark green. You can see main cost and its tax here. Oh, why the tax is too small? Here, it's a bit more attached. No money here. Strange, is it? There's too little money here in these weeks, in this month. Instead of say watching or looking it by month, you may decide to see it by week. To see it by week, you must increase your timeline. Week by week, you have the number, the amount of money you spend. Parameters, month, the cumulative work, the cumulative money we have here in month, we may ask it to be by hour. The details, precision graph shows you that it seems to be a S-curve. Seems to be a S. It's not a good S. Seems to be a ramp. Okay. Have you understood the way we produce graphics? We set the cost components, and then we can see the cost centers, and we can see it graphically without copying and pasting into Excel to see in a graphical way how the behavior of the money, how the money will behave in our project life. Just to finish, I think I have not forgot anything. Imagine what we are seeing here is dollars. But remember, I told you that if we decide to change the currency, we have just settled it to have different currencies. Instead of dollar being the units to be seen, we could make Ghana seeds to be the units. So if you calculate money again, you will see the cost center, total cost. There's something wrong here. The costs components. If you're gonna see, I think I have made something. Okay, dollar is the units. $1 means not 5 reals. It's a part of, okay, let me calculate it. I made some ugly mistake here. Where is it? Just a minute, please. Yeah. Function. Can you see my calculator? 1 divided by 5.3. Okay. Now it makes sense. And my calculator means 1 divided by 10 and 7. 10 and 7. 10 and 7. One divided 5.5. Okay. See? Control V. I will change my decimal here. Did you see what was my mistake? If dollar is 1, the other are smaller than dollar. If I fix Ghana as 1, convert to units, and I recalculate everything, money, okay, 14 million Ghana seeds, and without taxes, 14 million and 300 Ghana seeds, 300,000 Ghana seeds. Of course, the graphics will be changed into, let me get the mouth again. Will be changing into the desired currency. Okay, that's a way to see in different currencies working in different currencies. Remember, I may apply real and I may apply dollars and I may apply Ghana seeds. I just decide to include dollars. Okay, Rafael.
When you put the value of the cost by hour, you have to put, I don't remember, you have to put the currency that you're using.
That I'm
If
using.
it's dollar, if it's real, if it's Ghana,
We decide to apply dollars, okay? Units cost. But back to our layout, back to our cost components layouts. I would apply here show columns. I would apply cost components dollar, real or Ghana fixed. I applied here. Sorry, I applied here as dollars, but I could apply some dollars here, $1,000 and 2,500 Ghana seeds. If I calculate again, these two values will be added to cost center because I applied this separated. Where is cost components, cost center. Total cost has reach, main, and tax. It won't have dollars and monies, dollars and Ghana seeds. If I want to account it, include it in cost center, I would have to include these components. If I want to see every money in or out, another cost center, I would have to create a cost center every money out spent and include dollar, Ghana, and real. We may have two sets. We have made two accountability systems at the same projects. I mean, layouts, currents. I mean, cost center. A show column, cost center, every money out or spent. Calculating money. This means $1,000 plus 2,500 Ghana seeds together at the same currency, dollar. What do I mean? We are not adding 1 plus 2 and where is the cost center? Cost components. Let me show you. Cost components. $1,000 fixed and $2,500 Ghana seeds to test and commissioning. When you see just the every money, we will see both of them change into the same Ghana seeds currency. There is one accountability system, another. Oh, I mean, you may have different ways of putting together all your cost components, different ways of looking into the expenses you have in your projects. Of course, the graphics will be shown as you decide, and the layouts keep everything displayed according to what according to what you need. Mamani, Joseph, and Rafael. Half an hour later. Any question? Or let Telegram chat do the rest.
Yeah, any questions we send to the Telegram.
Not yet, okay? Not yet.
Why?
Okay, we have finished what we had to do today with half an hour as usual delay. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye bye. See you.